planning has often in the past been a very regulatory, very process-dominated function, but planners can be so much more than that. That's just the foundations of what we're all about. What we should be about is making the places we're working in function better, improve them. So the local plans we produce should inspire businesses and residents. Our development management process should help unlock and facilitate good quality development in the right location. So planners should be more than about working to process, but they should be adding value, sprinkling fairy dust to make our communities better places to live. Housing growth is in Swindon's DNA. We have grown rapidly over several decades, and that growth has come by way of big urban extensions, and that model has worked for us over several decades, and we are continuing that model in our current local plan. We are seeking to deliver 22,000 new homes at Swindon, and the bulk of those would be in 5 urban extensions. But the model that has worked so well for us over several years is now starting to break down. We are not delivering the housing numbers we need. What we're finding with our urban extensions are they're becoming increasingly difficult to move off, and there's lots of reasons for that, but probably the 2 primary reasons is the need for substantial big kit infrastructure to enable them to move forward, and it's also in many cases foot dragging from the landowner and from the site promoters, so maybe they're not as proactive and keen to move forward with these sites as we are. It's exacerbated by the fact that our big urban extensions are generally largely built out by volume house builders. In our experience in Swindon, the volume house builders are not land banking, but they have only so much capacity to build out their sites. And a final point about urban extensions is around the diversity and choice in the new build housing. So volume house builders are delivering a largely homogeneous product. We're not getting the diversity in the new build housing supply that we would want in Swindon. So our heavy reliance on urban extensions and by implication volume house builders has meant that during the recession our housing delivery rates just plummeted. So we have a lot of catching up to do, and we're finding that we have to let go, sometimes on appeal, sites for housing in areas that are less sustainable. We landed on 2 key areas where we need to make changes or do things differently, and the first was around housing land supply. The recommendation is that we need to expand and diversify and broaden the range of housing sites for housing land that we bring forward in Swindon. And linked to that, the second big intervention we need to make is around making Swindon an easier place for SME house builders to develop in. So it's facilitating SME house building. We will be placing less reliance on urban extensions in our local plan review. We will be seeking to allocate a greater range of sites. We want to be more ambitious, so we don't just want the local plan to deliver the homes we need in a way that doesn't harm existing communities. We want the new local plan to deliver the homes we need, but in a way that delivers tangible benefits for Swindon. For example, intensification along transport corridors, enabling us to upgrade our public transport network or upgrade our cycle network, encouraging town centre living to help regenerate the centre and create a more vibrant and vital town centre, and obviously estate regeneration to help renew the older estates that were put up quickly after the war. So we see this new approach as delivering the homes we need, but in a way that makes Swindon a better place. Design is fundamental. We want to improve the image of Swindon. It gets a bad press, but I think unfairly so. We've actually got some fantastic schemes coming forward in Swindon, so design is very important to us. We've also, about a year ago, published a Swindon residential design guide, and again, that's working very well, and inspectors have been using it to resist schemes of poor design, so we're very pleased at that. And we're using it to collaborate with developers and work with them to up the quality of design coming forward. But fundamentally, we believe that competition between house builders will in itself improve design, so the home buyer will have more options, and that in itself will be a very powerful mechanism for improving design. We want house builders to compete on design. So ultimately what we're trying to achieve is to deliver the housing that Swindon needs, but in a way that makes Swindon a better place, and we believe we can achieve that. I think planning is fundamental. Planning gets criticised as being a barrier to growth, but I think it's the opposite. Good proactive planning can help facilitate and enable growth. There's no doubt about that.